Hi, today my group will be presenting for Automatic Car Headlights Turn-Off Circuit for BEEE 1323 Engineering Workshop 2 project. The group members consist of Abdul, Mukmin, Huang, Cerise, Ikhwan, Haziq, and Najihah. Firstly, I would like to start on the introduction of headlight evolution. In the late 1800s, it is a combination of oil and acetylene. In early 1900, carbon-based headlamp bulb run on battery was produced. In 1910, electric headlamps were controlled manually. In 1920s, high and low beam options were implemented. In 1930s, glass lens, integrated bulb and metal reflector were produced. In 1940s, more streamlined and practical headlights. In 1950, brighter filament for high and low beams. In 1960s, bromine or iodine halogen car light. In 1970, rectangular headlamps were implemented. 1980s, replacement of glass lenses with plastic. 1990s, xenon and LED headlights were produced, and now in the 21st century we use halo light headlight and laser light. The headlight components consist of body, reflector, diffuser, and light source. Now talk about IC 555 timer. 555 timer IC is an integrated circuit used in a variety of applications like timer, multi-vibrator, pulse generation, and oscillators. It is a highly stable controller capable of producing accurate timing pulses. There consists of 3 operating modes, which are monostable mode, which we will be using in this circuit. It generates only a single pulse when the timer obtains a signal from the trigger input button. Then there is a stable mode, which generates the non-stop pulses with the exact frequency that depends on the values of the 2 resistors and capacitors. And the third operating mode is bistable mode, which generates 2 stable states such as high and low. In the IC 555 timer, there are 8 pins, where the first pin is ground, second is trigger, third is output, fourth is the reset, fifth is control, sixth is threshold, 7 discharge, and lastly the 8th pin is VCC. Next, main component is transistor. The NPN transistor is a bipolar junction transistor which composed of 3 semiconductor layers in a way that one p-doped layer, which is the base, is sandwiched between 2 n-doped layers, the emitter and collector. It is mainly used for current amplification and fast switching. In NPN transistors, majority charge carriers are electrons, and thus conduction is carried out by the flow of electrons from the emitter to collector. The NPN transistor comes with 3 terminals, which are named collector, base, and emitter. This is the symbol shown for NPN transistor. The last main component for this circuit is the relay. Relay are switches that open and close circuits electromechanically or electronically. It is commonly used as an electromagnet, which is a coil, to operate their internal mechanical switching mechanisms, the contacts. When a relay contact is open, this will switch power on for a circuit when the coil is activated. The relay controls one electrical circuit by opening and closing contacts in another circuit. From the left diagram, you can see that when a relay contact is normally open, there is an open contact when the relay is not energized. On the right diagram, When a relay contact is normally closed, there is a closed contact when the relay is not energized. In either cases, applying electrical current to the contacts will change their states. That's all for the introduction part. Thank you.
I will present about the equipment and components used for this project. There are 10 components required for this project. I will explain the function of each of these components. First, resistor is a passive electrical component that has two terminals. It is worked by converting electrical energy into heat. Resistor can also be used for reduced current flow and so on. Next, variable resistor is a resistor of which the electrical resistance value can be adjusted. These resistors are also called digital potentiometers. Capacitor is a device that stores electrical energy. It is a passive electrical component with two terminals. Diode is a device that allows current flow one direction and not the other. It has low resistance in one direction and high resistance in the other. Switch is an on-off device for current flowing in a circuit. Its main function is either to connect or disconnect an electrical appliance. A battery is a device that stores chemical energy and converts it to the electrical energy. It allows positive charge to flow from the positive terminal to the negative one through an external circuit. The flow of electrons provides the electric current that can be used to do work. Lastly, LED is used as output that emits lights when currents flow through it. Electrons in the semiconductor recombine with electron holes, releasing energy in the form of photons.
First, we design the schematic diagram using the Practice 8 function software and list down the material and components in the circuits as it will be used during PCB fabrication process. Second, we identify any connection which must be connected to the terminal blocks and produce single layer PCB layout. Next, align our component with the sketch to make sure they fit as the schematic. And next, we ensure the track light enough to carry the required current. And for the next, we design our circuit so that all the components are next to each other. It is important as it will be reduce a lot of time during components assembly. And for the next, we make sure to design circuit as small as possible as we can to make sure the PCB can be fixed, and then click the alternator to make a nice and clean connection to the circuit. And next, generate to the 3D visualizer for provides a way to extrude a layout and view the board as it will appear in real life. And this is extremely useful as design it during the board layout.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. So today I'm going to present about the simulation and result. So this is our schematic diagram for our project, which is automatic light off headlight. So we are using Practice 8 software for our circuit. Okay, this is our schematic diagram, which is we compile all the components that we're going to use. After that, this is our PCB layout, which is after we done the circuit schematic diagram, we're going to do this PCB layout. Okay. Okay, the next one is a 3D visualizer. So if you can see, this is how looks. I mean, like how it looks in a real life view. So this is our top view, front view, and back view for the component that we use. And this is the simulation video, which is how our circuit operate. Okay, if you lower the variable resistor, it's going to be turned off. So that's it. Thank you for listening.
Assalamualaikum and hi. Today I will present for the discussion of this project. Okay, first for the circuit operation, an ignition switch acts as a triggering path to the timer. When the ignition is turned on, a high logic signal is sent to the timer's trigger pin, which causes the timer to stop working. When the ignition switch is turned off, a low logic pulse is sent to the timer's second pin, cause the timer's output to go high for a length of time determined by the RC values. Okay, next, for the application of headlights. Headlights are the most important lights on a vehicle, and it's important to keep them in top working condition for many reasons. Next, headlights allow to see road marking, sign unexpected obstacles. When driver first started driving vehicles, headlights were used to light the way during the dark hours by the day or night. Without headlights, drivers were unaware of road hazards that may damage their vehicles. When speeds generated by vehicles increased, the headlight became an important warning device indicating the presence of a moving vehicle. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.